And we are live
We're back.
and scrolling for Facebook.
Scrolling. We are back.
We're
As
scrolling.
y'all come back on, let us know. Isn't that something?
That,
But they hit us. They hit us quick this week.
that's so unusual.
Huh? Can't believe they would hit us that quick. I can't believe they'd hit us. Do we even have anybody on?
We have two people here thus far.
All right. So as I was saying, sending the messages. Okay, as I was saying, you know, so I go all week through all this, and then today I'm on, but you know, I start. It, it's just a mess because we speak our mind now. Facebook's private industry. I get they can whatever, but
Right.
that's all it is. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have said fuck Facebook.
Yeah, that might help.
Maybe
Every,
they're getting tired of hearing it,
it's possible.
but I don't care.
So, wait a minute or more. Okay. Here we go. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get booted. We're getting better at getting back on quicker.
See,
Mark.
now I had a problem. I had a problem getting on just a little bit ago. Could get on today. Now all of a sudden I had a problem getting on a little bit ago. Like I was telling you,
Right.
I couldn't get on. They locked me out. This, that, and the other. And here's their justification. And 15 minutes ago, we noticed unusual login from a device or location that you click on the notification, and there's nothing there, Doug. So, I mean, so I guess I'm on the watch list for Meta.
Well, you're
I'm
gonna
on
be
Meta's watch list. Whatever.
you're gonna be on another list here soon. We'll talk about that.
Which one?
I'll tell you
Which
about it here.
list?
I'll tell you about it here in a moment. We're just giving
Well, let's just get it over with. How
hold
many
on.
people are on?
12. So we're still missing a
Yeah,
few.
it's another fun. I talked to somebody today, and never would I ever thought they watch our show, and they do, and it's just another thing that pissed me off that we preached it and everybody's believing it now. There's more people watching a show than what we thought. One, I mean, there ain't hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, but yeah,
There could be. There really could be. You never know.
and honestly, we don't. Yeah, we'd like to know a true number once, but it's not. It's not important that we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I mean, what's important? We did this show. We've never asked for any sponsors for this show or anything, and we thank Dean Henry and Big D's Pizza. They give pizza away on the show. It takes a lot of balls, not the simple fact that one, it costs money to do that, but two, it's pretty controversial, Doug. I mean, we can hurt feelings,
Yeah,
you know,
businesses.
but I mean, so whatever. It's just we come on here tonight. We talk about the same shit. I mean, it's an ongoing shit show in our country. We'll run some clips of Biden being an idiot. You know, putting us that much step closer to nuclear war. And that's what he's doing. It's almost like I don't know if you've seen this, Doug. Putin basically said in the middle of the week, I was reading. It pretty much said, "I'm not going to throw a nuke out." They were throwing the dirty bomb thing up, and this, that, and the other, uh, in case they needed to throw a nuke. But he in all certain terms said, I'm not going to throw a nuke out. Did you read that? We're putting pretty much saying, hey, we're not. And Biden's prodding them. The very next day, or even the same day, our administration saying, well, we know that they're going to start with the nuclear, they got the nuclear, calling up their nuclear arms people, right. This, that, and you wonder why. Why are they even saying that?
Yeah. Yes, this is the 809 show.
It's the 809 show.
So then let's talk about Elon Musk. Now, he did buy Twitter finally.
It's been going on for a year.
Right. Did you hear that he took a sink into the office? No. And he sat it there and he said, let this sink in. Now, what he's doing is first of all, he got a bunch of letters or whatever you want to call them from his employees demanding this and demanding that and saying, this has got to change and that's got to change. And he said, you all think you're entitled and you're not. And now he is, he is going to cut the staff considerably. And he believes in free speech.
What's that?
He believes in free speach. One of the constitutional rights that we have or had.
If I went and bought a company, and it's funny. I told this story not even, I don't know what time, 8 o'clock, 3 hours ago, maybe. When I went to South Georgia, Greg was there. There's a few of them said, we don't do like that. We don't do it like that down here, boy. We don't, new guy coming in, had to get rid of some people. When a new guy buys a company, a new guy comes in to be your boss, there's a reason, Doug. There's a reason. You don't tell that person, well, this is what you got to do, this is what no, a new regime's coming in, you either go with it or leave. And if you don't want to go with it, you're going to leave.
Right.
One way or the other, you're going to leave. There's no such thing as free speech. You can have free speech, but it comes with consequences. Already has. Ask Paula Deen. She had 3 free speech years ago.
But if you're
years or what?
Right. But if you're going to put a platform like Facebook or Twitter or whatever, you have to know that's coming.
Let's face it.
We're going to claim free speech.
Facebook is free speech on one side.
Right.
And that's the truth. Let's get down to it. Let's get right down to it. You can say anything you want to say on the left side. When Trump was president, they let all kinds of stuff be said, Doug. All kinds of stuff.
Right.
And that's not the case with this president administration. You say certain stuff that was the same thing towards Trump, they hack it. Boom, gone.
If you go back to the election between Clinton and Trump, they let all that stuff go. And I'm not freezing right now.
I'm not froze up. I don't know.
You're right, Mark. That's the way it works.
On Facebook, that's the way it works.
It will not work that way on Twitter. Twitter, you can say anything you want about anything you want, and he's going to be happy that you're participating, good or bad.
Listen, at the end of the day, my opinion,
mm-hmm.
The only reason it took so long for Elon Musk to really take control of Twitter was because in the beginning, when he said he was buying Twitter, he was letting Trump back on Twitter. That's the only reason, Doug. He got backlash for. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think he has yet. He let
Well, he needs
somebody
to.
on. Who is it? Somebody recently that's in the news right now.
I don't.
Kanye West,
Kane
maybe.
West, yeah, that's who it was.
Is he going by Ye?
I don't know. He's very vocal against Black Lives Matter and different things in the African American
Oh,
culture. I
he
mean,
made some
racist.
anti-Semitic.
Well,
Re-
no. Did you listen to some of the things he said?
no,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go with the left.
no. Well,
Antifa, Black Lives Matter, left agenda. I'm not being racist. I'm
Elon,
just telling you what. Huh?
Elon took care of it. He's allowed back on to say his shit if he wants. There you go, guys. I said it.
Oh, he swore.
Now
So
we'll really go down the drain.
it is what it is, man. You know, freedom of speech frozen. Hey, there's no such thing as freedom of speech on Facebook. Listen, it doesn't happen. And I said it a million times. You scroll down, you scroll right past all the word, and you you hit check the box, hit boom, and you go on Facebook. You check that box, Doug. It is.
You're right. You're right. And we had something similar happen up at the haunt this weekend. Lady sends us a message. When did I give you permission to use my picture on your Facebook website?
You didn't,
It,
but you were on our property.
but it is written out on an 8-foot thing that kind of says don't run, don't blah blah blah, and down there it says photography may be used throughout this haunt, and we do have access or the right to
Are
use.
you shitting? Somebody was pissed.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, here's what happens: they end up going to places like that with somebody they shouldn't be going.
Well, that's right where I was going with it.
Yeah, right,
There's only one reason why you'd be mad,
right. Yeah.
And whatever. I mean, yeah, she probably had some explaining to do.
Okay, so when is Biden's time up? Because this is getting worse and worse and worse and worse every week. I could show you
What's the
probably 10
alternative?
videos of him goofing off now or goofing up. First one, he doesn't know where he's going on stage. So,
Well,
uh,
that's in every speech.
well, Kuntala was there and she directed him so that he didn't fall off the stage. The second. Did you hear did he say did you hear that he said that they campaigned in 54 states for the Obamacare?
No,
Yeah,
they don't
54
know.
states.
Well, Canada and Mexico ain't.
We went all over the place. We didn't care.
Yeah.
And this
Did you
guy,
count how many times the bus stopped?
we had to go to the bathroom twice.
Yeah.
So
54 states, huh?
we have 54 states according to Biden. So my question to you is, what do we do? Because you see what's in line. Or somebody come out and see you? Yep.
Yeah.
Say hi for me.
Executive producer. We're on live and Doug's wanting to say hi.
Hi, Doug.
Hi.
54 states.
Tell her I said hi.
That's
Hi. Can we go on with the show here or what? 54
Yes.
states.
There's 54 states now.
Go on. Doug.
I didn't think about that, but that's probably true.
Yeah. 54 flavors.
Yeah, that's wow. We could go on forever with these ones. Say hi to her for Aaron.
Aaron's watching. Hi, hey,
Hi, Aaron.
welcome to the WMI show.
She said hi, Aaron.
Go on with this.
That is 34 flavors. Yeah, so he didn't screw it up with Baskin Robbins, obviously. But so what happened? What's the answer?
Well, why isn't the media on it?
Well, they're probably fact checking and said, "Oh."
We'll have our fact checks in 2024.
What?
Do you got any? We'll have our fact checking done in 2024.
When,
What's the alternative, though? See, that's the problem.
well, that's what I'm saying is you got two in line that are completely fouled up.
And one's taking care of her husband because he got shit whooped out of him.
Right. He's quite the man.
I mean,
And they were looking for her.
and here, so hold on for a minute. Let's just go into that for a second. Now,
Okay.
do I think that it's coming to this kind of stuff? Yes. Do I think that's right? Not right now. No.
No.
All right, that's not right.
It's not
Breaking-
right no matter what.
Breaking into the house and beating the shit out of the husband, asking her shit. That's not right. Huh? Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's not right. Am I upset? No. But it's not right. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He's probably telling him, "You think you're hurting me with these beatings? How'd you like to wake up every morning, roll over and look at that?"
Oh my God.
I get beat out here.
Yeah, you can't hurt me. But that isn't right.
I agree.
But I'm going to tell you the truth. It wouldn't surprise me if it was set up on that side of the game, so they could say we're extremists. Look at what the mega extremists did. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me. But you're going into conspiracy theories. So you had something planned here.
Well,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Greg. And this is exactly what I'm saying. In my opinion, you got to really look into this. I mean, it just ain't like. And then they turn around and said it was extremists, mega extremists that did it. Well, I question that hardly.
right.
And her security system sucks. Then I mean, whatever. Maybe he's drunk and fell.
So, our neighbors to the north of us in our attic, Canada, they're making comment. They're not upset about it. They're making comment that President Joe Biden has yet to step foot in Canada since becoming president. Wouldn't you think that the two locations that connect it to us that we would want to at least visit once?
He was there during Obamacare, one of the states.
What?
He was there during
They're
Obamacare.
the 53rd state. Mexico's 54th.
Yeah. Well, he listen, he's not going out of the country to see Canada, Mexico. They're only going to fly him to some of these summits, and they're going to keep him right at home because why? What? I mean, to go up there and make a fool out of himself. I mean, it's bad enough he does it here.
Well, wouldn't you think that
You
they
would
would have
think.
sent an entourage with them to be able to speak for him? At least he could walk around there.
Listen, honest truth, they can't have an entourage around them around here without.
Him screwing it up.
I mean, here. Let me ask you this in reverse, and let me ask people out there. So you're Canada, and Biden takes office, and you're a Canadian, Doug, or in the Parliament or whatever it is up there. Do you really want to see him after what he did? I mean, come on, X and the Keystone Pipeline hurt them too.
Right.
I mean, he shut them down just as bad as he did our country. I mean, he's not going to want to go. He knows what he did to him, Doug. He knows exactly what he did to him. Yeah, he should have been in Canada by now, but
It's just like the border.
He's not going to go. They're not going to send him too many places right this minute. It's getting worse.
I agree with you.
It's getting worse. I only hope that we can make it through the next, it ain't 2 years. We're counting even down lower. I mean,
Say bye to Kale.
Well, what did Kale say? Yeah, he is, Kale. He is. Here you're looking at November, December, January. You're looking at 15 months. Well, I guess it is 2 years. What am I thinking? 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yep.
Hey. Walk upstairs. He can't even walk on stage.
Nor can he talk, think, speak. He can't do anything.
We and Doug had a conversation, people, and Doug's been busy, with his 100 stuff, and I've been tied up a lot of personal shit going on too, and some racetrack stuff, so there's not a lot planned for tonight, so to speak, Doug. You know what I'm saying? But even if we plan stuff, it's become stagnant.
It has.
Because it's the same shit. It's the same shit week after week.
When we talked about you can be a cat, you can identify as a cat, you can identify as a woman, you can go to Huron County, give them 5 pieces of paper, walk out. The schools.
We were all furious.
And everybody would be, I can't believe this is happening now. And we did have a conversation. I'm like, I don't have a lot for tonight, but anything that I want to bring up, we've talked about, and
it's stagnant. It's repetitive now.
Same stuff. It's repetitive. Like Biden walking off stage, he's done that
every fucking week,
15 times, going the wrong way.
Going the wrong way, shaking a guy's hand, turn around, shaking guys on the right of him. He's turning to the left, holding his hand out, shake somebody's hand, and ain't there. Sky News reports every week. Every week, Sky News got something stupid on what he's doing. You ain't heard of Kunala. She ain't been in the news for months. A month at least. Nancy Pelosi's husband's getting beat up. Well, DUI before, but. Yeah, I mean, here, we're going to the schools. You guys want a news flash? I'll update you on the schools. They're fucked up. Every week we show something different. Every week show something. A year ago, I was flipping off the handle. The neighbors could hear me screaming about schools. Now it's just like, and here we are. Here we are. Everybody else, same mentality. Not being an asshole, but it's being driven down our throats how stupid of a country we are, how stupid of a fucking country we are right now, and how stupid Facebook is, and the simple fact that Facebook, You know, it locked me out of the account immediately because I said, fuck off, Facebook and different things. We've gone through this show 2 years now. We tried to be discretionary, Doug, you know. Yeah, and me and Debbie have talked about this, Debbie Ward. He isn't well. He should not be the president. He should not be the president.
Right. That's why we're bringing it up.
That's what
Every
we're
week,
saying.
but nobody's saying anything. When you watch the news, they're not. They'll
Yeah.
talk about it, but it's like, oh, he goofed up. He said there's 54 states.
This is a guy that the inflation rates went up to what percentage? What percentage it gone up to? And he's on national TV. Well, it's inflation. You guys are making that up. That's fact, Facebook.
Now this week, he said, gas was around $5 per gallon when I took over.
Yeah,
He
that's
said
exactly what he said. When I took over office, gas was $5 a gallon. I got it down to $3.6. What? So
either he's very, very smart, or he's completely out of it. I think he's completely out of it.
And she's right. He shows signs of dementia or Alzheimer's at a very advanced stage, in my opinion. Okay, not the beginning stages, advanced. But the problem we got is we put ourselves in as a country. What do we have as an alternative, Doug? What do we have as an alternative? You know, the cover up. But what do we have? You know what I honestly believe, people? I honestly believe the Democratic Party knows the alternative is worse than what we have right now.
Right.
It's just my opinion. You know, Lord forbid. And another, sorry, man, my nose is running. Maybe I got the Rona. Huh?
Roma.
The Roma. The Roma.
You
know, the problem.
395.
Yeah, the 108th variant. The problem is how did we get to this point? And that's exactly it, Cal. What I'm saying is this. I said it last week. Where's she been? Where has she been? She's not been in public much at all, Doug. You seen shit?
Because think about it now, you kind of forget about some of the stuff that she said or did. No, your average person don't forget about stuff she said or did. But Tammy, the problem is we're going to get somebody even, I think, worse.
Well, yeah. What's she going to put? Is going to say, listen, I'm going to nuke your ass, you know. Well, Russia's pretty far away.
Right.
It's so far away. It's what, 100 miles from the United States if you go to Canada? I mean, if you go to Alaska? Am I wrong, Doug? How far is the border from Alaska?
I don't know, but it's not that
50 to 100 miles. I mean, and honestly, Gundula and Joe ain't pulling up. They're not making the decisions. They're not making the decisions. We know who's making them decisions. And she rose up. She rose up the other day again, Doug. Hillary. She had comments the other day.
About what?
I can't remember what it was, but she ran them out.
Did you wish her a happy birthday?
Yep. Happy birthday to you know.
Okay, so,
You know, all these people should be in jail. Me and you did what Hillary's done. We'd be serving a life sentence in a federal prison. Seriously. We would be. You know?
we actually played that. We had that.
Yeah, we had that.
I don't think they have it anymore.
Listen, if you listen to that recording
I do have
where
24.
he talks to Hunter Biden, when was it? What date?
I don't remember the date, but I do
It
have,
wasn't long ago.
and it's 24 seconds.
Here, play it. Listen to it. Here, Debbie Ward, listen to this and listen close. I want to bring something up. Go ahead, Doug. Play that.
Here we go. Hunter Biden.
Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, it's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love you.
Now that was
2000.
6 months ago.
I think it was 2019.
I thought it was 6 months ago. 18 months ago. It was while he was president, Doug.
Oh, okay.
So you listen to that recording and then listen to him speak. You got to ask yourself, is this an act? Is this an act? Because he's not stuttering, Doug.
Well,
He's
some of
not.
that stuff's incomprehensible.
He's talking a lot better than when he talks to millions of people. You know, he's covering up. They're all covering up. Debbie Ward put it. Left hates the right so bad that they'll do anything. They'll do anything. You know, it's whatever. Same shit, different day.
Right.
Same shit, different week. You know, I'm agitated as fuck at a lot of things right now, Doug. Schools. You know, we want to pamper every fucking kid that's out there. You know, you got a dick, you got a dick. You're male. If you don't, you got a vagina, you're female. That's it. There's no such thing as a fucking cat being in a school. You know, you got a cat in a school, you call the fucking animal control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You got a cat in school, you call animal control. It's simple. And we've pampered these kids so bad that you know, everybody gets trophy theory. Oh, Lord forbid you whip your kid's ass. You know what I'm saying? Discipline.
Right.
You know, well, the kid wants to identify as a transgender. Well, don't tell your parents. Your parents got no control. If you do say something, school don't want you to tell your parents. It's school's obligation to know what your kid's doing. It doesn't matter what the parents say. We're so out of control, it ain't funny.
Well, they
some of this shit's getting local.
And of course, they're blaming it on COVID, which was in 2020. But they said that. Well, I'm getting there. They said that 31% of the students cannot read to the level that they need to read, that they're actually considered illiterate. 31%. That's what we're churning out of our schools.
Where's Fauci? Why aren't we talking about him?
He's gone. He's getting out of there, I think, in January.
Yeah, but what, you know, why aren't we putting him up? He screwed us up. Let's talk about the vaccine.
Oh God, don't say that word. Before you say hold on, before you go there, let me do this story here, and then you can say what you want to say. But remember, we have a right to say what we want to say, right? Except on Facebook.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, Project Veritas is back at it again, and they were able to grab hold of this, which is from the FBI, and look at where it says misinformation and read that piece of it. False or misleading information spread mistakenly or unintentionally is a crime.
Okay.
Crime.
It's a crime now.
If you
So where is Fauci? Where is Fauci if whatever?
hold on now, if you just unintentionally say, this guy's running for office, or he's no good, you've committed a crime.
Well, no. I can say someone is no good. I can say somebody's no good if I don't like it.
No, you can't. No, that's spreading.
Then they can suck my
What?
Doug. I don't care. The problem is I can say
FBI will
someone's
come
no
to your
good.
house.
Well, let them come. Let them come. I don't care.
We're gonna go live when they're there.
It's just like Swearingen's opponent. I don't think he's good for us.
You can say that. You can't spread misinformation.
He's no good for us. That's not.
Even
that's my opinion.
Unintentional. You don't have an
It's
opinion.
my
anymore.
opinion.
No,
it's my opinion. But let's get back to something here real quick. I ain't gonna say what she does or whatever, but we're Deb Ward puts up all kids. Throw that up on there for a minute.
Let me go back to it.
Right there. All right, let's break that down for a minute. I'm not going to say what she does for a living. If she wants to say it on there, that's fine.
True.
But Deb Ward. But 1, structure, 2, routine, 3, discipline. Now, right, the very end thing she says is one of the main problems. Parents don't want to parent. A lot of parents parenting now is an iPad or TV or a cell phone. Here, watch this, watch this. But structure, routine, and discipline, the schools have taken a lot of discipline out. They've taken that out. And I'm sorry, but that's, one of the things. I mean, there's a fine line between discipline and abuse. We all know that. But as we seen as things went on from when I was a kid, discipline all of a sudden become child abuse automatically, Doug. And we've talked, you can take that down if you want. We've talked about that. We've talked about that. Now, the other problem I see, and she's exactly right, parents don't want to look at that shit. They put a litter fucking box down. The other thing that she's right on is parents don't want to parent. So,
is that real?
Honestly, this is where the schools are getting a mentality, we're going to be the parents. It's a fucking vicious cycle. And I can't believe that.
If it's real, why isn't anything being said? Isn't that in Erie County?
Yeah.
I haven't heard you say anything about it.
I didn't know until Dave just put it up.
Oh, now what are you going to do about it?
They got a furry and they put a litter box down for it. Because the laws are saying that if your kid identifies as a furry, you got to have it.
As long as the law says you're okay with it.
Well, I'm not okay with any of it. I'm not okay with any.
Not spread misinformation.
I'm not okay with it.
That.
It's fucking wrong.
The FBI is telling you they're going to come to your house.
Well, the FBI come see me. I don't care.
Unintentionally.
Bring back the nuns. No shit, Tommy. Bring back the nuns from the yesterday. Man, they grab you by the back of the ear, yank you out of your chair, whoop your ass in the middle of the hallway. So all the kids can, they walk around with them rulers. Oh, shit. That's true. They had to put a litter box down for a kid at the OV. Dave said it, yes.
Kidding me. And did
Are you okay with that?
How How'd you find out? Was it in the news somewhere?
No, they probably filtered through. He has friends that their kids go to Jehovah, I think. I know. Oh, here's another one. We talked the other day. He has a friend, and I know the same guy whose kid goes, I believe it's Jehovah. Tell me I'm wrong, Dave. It has a "Let's Go Brandon" sticker on his car. Let's go, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher told him, tomorrow that better be off your car. You're not allowed to have that on your car.
What? Is anybody doing anything about it?
Is that? Oh yeah, yeah. You know, his dad's going to do something about it. I don't know. I haven't talked to Dave since I talked to him.
Okay, so this is what's going on in your schools that you don't know about.
Eddie Hovey.
Right.
Eddie Hovey. It's Erie County Vocational School. That's where it happened with the Let's Go Brandon too. You have to have that off your car. I guarantee you, I know his dad, and it wasn't happening. So we're sitting here, Doug, week after week after week after week after week after week, telling, hey, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming.
Yeah.
And now it's here. And by now, let's face it, you over on the right, we're all fucking numb to it.
Now, if we told you this a year ago, this would have flipped everybody out.
Kid took it off. Because the teacher threatened him. Let's go, Brandon. Means everybody was happy that guy, Brandon, won the race in NASCAR that day. Yeah. I'm not going to front names out and stuff, you know. That's their family. It's whatever. Be discussed. I know his dad ain't happy that he did take it off, probably, but you have the right. If that sticker doesn't say "fuck Joe Biden" and it says "Let's go, Brandon," the school doesn't have the right to tell him, nor does a teacher, because she's got a political view. She's not there to teach a political view. Period. She is not there to teach a political view.
What was the threat? He was going to get suspended, expelled? What?
I can't remember. You're right, Deb, but you probably see it. But here, the teachers are not there to teach their political agenda.
So while all this is going on, and they are doing that, here's what is really happening. This year, the nation's report card is a national embarrassment. Only 31% of the country's 8th graders are proficient readers. Only 31%. 30% are below basic readers, meaning they are functionally illiterate. Listen to this one. 27% of 8th graders are proficient in math, a failing grade on any scale. And we're worried about a bumper sticker when we can't.
Yeah, we're worried about big. Listen, one of the few governors. I'll sit in college class with my daughter. Would see this is what I mean, and the problem is you're paying for that college education. I'm not paying there. I'm not paying for a college education for you to put your political agendas on my kid, or if I'm paying for it myself. Okay, but here, Ron DeSantis, in the very beginning of the pandemic, remember, Doug, we're not closing these schools. These kids are going back to school. This, right. You're gonna dumb our kids down. Basically, is what he said. Look what happened. Am I wrong?
No, and remember, go back to the Bilderberg group.
Yeah,
they want to control. The best way to do that is through the schools.
Are you kidding me?
Coming up.
See, how can that be allowed? but we're not doing anything about it.
And what good is that? What I mean, even if I said who I voted for, what
Well, you're gonna have to prove it. You got to prove.
yeah, but what would he do with that information? Okay, you get an extra credit for that.
You better go see her mother. She didn't vote the right way. I mean, seriously. So this is where we're at. We didn't really have an agenda for the show tonight because it's repetitive. We said at the beginning of the show. I tell you what, the show. I love this show. I look forward to this show. But here's the problem I got. Is I'm by far
You're what?
smartest person. I'm by far not. I'm not the smartest person out there. Okay, we all know this. So we started this show. Bilderberg Group, Bilderberg Group, Bilderberg Group. Quit talking about it. Everybody thought we were stupid. Hey, better take a look at what the Congress voting on. Vaccines. If you don't get vaccinated, Congress is going to pass. Vaccine manufacturers can't be sued. Employers can terminate you with no repercussions whatsoever if they determine you need vaccinated or you're not going to work. There's no repercussions. You guys got to look at this. Hey, they're going to vote on this. They're going to. Everybody thought we were stupid. 3-4 months later, after it was passed, boom. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, we talked about it. Back to Bilderberg Group. Back to Bilderberg Group. Pandemic hits. We're into the pandemic. We're talking about Fauci. We're talking about this. People thought we were crazy on some shit. Now look, Doug, everything we said is full fucking circle. Bilderberg Group got their global tax push through. Bilderberg Group got their tax push through.
Yeah.
Global tax. It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a start. She was isolated in the classroom for not being vaxxed.
So
Let's talk about AIDS. Let's talk about HIV. Anybody remember that? Let's talk about it for a minute, Doug.
okay.
It's been so long ago, Facebook won't get mad about it. Let's talk about it. Who was the head of the health organization in the United States?
Him.
The main doctor, Dr. Fauci.
Yep.
Anybody ever research about the whole AIDS mishaps? About how it was handled wrong? How they went into a world scare about AIDS? And this, that, and the other? And at the very beginning, how it was handled wrong? Then it was all covered up. Research it, people. Research it. The whole HIV scare and AIDS scare was Dr. Fauci's handling. And there were so many mistakes made. In the end, all of a sudden, boom, you don't hear nothing about it now. You see commercials now on TV. A couple guys holding hands, sitting on the beach, sun setting. Oh, he has HIV and I'm okay because we take this pill, whatever it's called. Anybody see them commercials? And that's all it was. I mean, we evolved in time, but it was handled. Everything was handled wrong. When Obama was president, what was it? The swine flu. The flu and all that come out.
Yeah.
2007. How was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I had it though.
Yeah.
It became
Remember?
called something different. It was called swine flu, then it was something else. But I
it
was in Indiana.
started with an S. It started with an S, and I can't think of what SORS or something. I can't. Fauci handled it all wrong. In the beginning, handled wrong. Research it. Beginning of coronavirus, COVID-19. How was it handled, Doug? Wrong. Everything was wrong about it. SARS. There you are. SARS. SARS was the swine flu.
Right.
Fauci was wrong. Remember this. There's no such thing as herd immunity with COVID-19. Remember that, Doug? Dr. Fauci.
Yeah.
No such thing. What are they preaching now? Well, the reason why so many people aren't, dying now, this, that, and the other is herd immunity took over. So he was wrong again, wasn't he?
Yes. But he has a job. He's one of the
Highest paid government worker we have.
All right.
And we're letting him retire.
Let's see what you think of this. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So
something pissed me off even more.
The Pentagon has their own school for military kids. And the headline is Pentagon School Infested with Shocking Pornographic Material for Military Kids. Time to send
Time to send what?
A dick pic. Have you ever done that before? So
what?
So here's some of the
Where
books.
is it?
So here's some of the books that are available to them. We're going to talk about the very first one where it says sex. We're going to talk about this one right here. This is how bad it gets.
Hey, put that back up.
Which one?
That picture you just yeah.
Yeah.
How's that? It's two cows. That ain't bull.
It says an uncensored guide to your body, sex, and safety.
I don't see no horns. Go ahead.
You can identify it as whatever you want. So that particular book, let me get it. Okay. So in this book, it says some names for breasts, according to the book, I'll go through, are airbags, tits, bee bites, balcony, Charlies, boo-boos, titty bojangles, tracts of land, chesticles, headlights, knockers, boobies, fun bags, dairy pillows. This is in this book.
And who's teaching?
This is in the school, the Pentagon school. Now, do you want to know the other names of male?
I'm curious.
You might learn something.
I might learn something today.
You all might learn something today. Other names for penises include one-eyed trouser snake, schlong, purple-headed yogurt slinger, dong, weenies, baby arm, dome piece, Jimber, Mr. Happy, plonker, tallywhacker, manhandle, tube steak, dick, throbber, knob, tool, donger, putz, winkle, pork sword.
So now we got to teach slang terms to kids.
This is in the book. That's what they're teaching, and they even have. It went on to describe explicit names for scrotums, erections, and vaginas.
Joe Givens, your wife should be proud right now. Doug's talking all this shit. What grades are what ages?
What grades? Let me go back up here and see if they even say it.
Purple-headed yogurt slayer. I did learn some shit tonight. I'm gonna be Dave Larry. Wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna talking shit on a CB.
So it's just available in their library. It doesn't actually say that it's per grade. It just says it's available in their libraries. Most of the pornographic and racial gender ideology books were added within the last 2 years amid president whatever his name is, Walter Putin's taking office.
Unbelievable. This is what I mean. It's unbelievable.
Just
I,
in case you forgot.
all the pudding. Somebody put on there. I don't, Lisa, somebody. Welcome to communist America. And you're right. That's what it's coming to. Communist America.
Yeah,
You know, kids can learn. You know,
it's not.
it, Tammy's comment. Yeah, no shit. It is because Doug don't say a lot of shit like that. He's the more politically correct. He doesn't. His Facebook account don't get locked out.
No,
You know, but why are we having to teach? I mean, what kids are gonna be walking, you know, from class to class? Hey man, what'd you learn today? Oh man, the purple-headed yogurt slinger. Hey, I didn't know that. You know what it is? Oh, tell me.
no, I'm only in kindergarten. Well, when you get to second grade, you'll know.
You know, turtle. Turtle coming out of the shell. You know, they left that one off, right?
Yeah, they could have went on and on. There's probably a whole page full of them, but
This is shit we're going about, though.
yeah, here's your books. Gender queer, we talked about. All boys aren't blue. Obviously, this book is gay. The big question: sex consent.
Boy,
It's so much time to give away a pizza.
hashtag no bullshit. Dean's probably saying, the fuck you are you talking about that shit?
Right now,
Quiet Ohio, Big D's
I'll do
Pizza.
it.
You're on the hook, Dean. Yeah, and you're right, Deb Ward. You're right. You know,
back over there.
and we've been saying that for a year.
Yeah,
You know, it's just like the schools got computers. I say it all the time. Got IP addresses. IP addresses is, you know, knows that person has that computer. Take an anonymous survey on your computer. It's no such thing. It's no such thing.
correct.
No,
Hashtag
Randy, Randy, I ain't feeling any better. I mean, not much. It's whatever.
you need a hug.
No, I need. I'm getting warnings.
What kind of warnings? Do you watch porn on that computer?
No,
No, the other computer.
no,
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 not this one.
no, not this one. Oh yeah, I don't know what it was. Come up, let's trying to check it out. But you know, here. Let me put it to you this way. We got a generation. Not every kid. Don't get it wrong. Not every kid. There's still kids out there that the parents still stand up, make their kids work, this, that, and the other. But we got a generation. When I was young, 20s, yeah, I was. I raised a lot of hell. I partied.
Did you work?
I partied. I worked. Had to. Yeah, we worked. I drank till 2, 3 in the morning. Be at work 6 o'clock. You know, that was just what you did. You know, but the people my age, when I was in my 20s, and a lot of you over there on the right side were in the 20s, they didn't have to worry about, you know, who the fuck's going to take care of it. I'm sure they weren't. Look at crazy assholes. Are you serious? They're going to be the ones taking care of us? You know,
Right.
they'll be doing wheelies in wheelchairs with us, you know, trying to play some kind of beer pong with it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
One thing about it, we had mine. We had to keep the country going. Work, pay taxes, we had to keep the country going. Nothing wrong with the pizza.
You away,
The team didn't do none, but put in hashtag no bull show, all one word. Big D's Pizza.
The whole book thing is everywhere now. If you haven't,
Tacos and brats. Ah! After you talk about the book thing.
if you have kids in school, and they probably don't go looking for those books, so you don't know they're in there. But eventually, you'll find out that all schools have them, and nobody's accountable for it. The librarian must just check off what book she wants or he wants.
The school board's accountable for it, Doug. But yet, we said a year ago.
We talked about that.
We said a year ago when the National School Board did all that shit that they did a year and a half ago, and we were bitching about it. We said then, look out. Did we or did we not? Look out.
Yeah. And we also talked about school boards that weren't aware of the books that were in there.
Hey, Dean sells brats and they have taco pizzas. Hey, Dean, I wonder if you could chop up some brats and put it on the taco pizza, and that board can have it all in one shot.
Sell it as one of these books.
Yeah, so it is.
Here, use one of these as the name.
Yeah, I got a perfect name. Can't decide what I am pizza.
Gender neutral.
Gender neutral pizza. There you go. We got it. The gender neutral pizza. Taco pizza with bratwurst cut on it.
Right.
And gender neutral pizza. Jesus Christ, what? Anyways. But we said that.
Dean, if you do that.
Oh my God, that would be that would be. Oh, hey, you probably make CNN. Yeah, this pizza's it's gender neutral. Then if you really want to get like a couple of Friskies and throw on top of it for the furries.
You have a cat at home.
Listen.
Instead of your dipping sauce, ranch.
Right.
Friskies.
We said a year ago, though. We're a year and a half ago. We're heading in this direction. When the National School Board did that, and they started classifying people as domestic terrorists, there we go.
Sweet Mary.
Wonder
what happened to her.
I don't know. She won't answer calls. So Mary's doing it. Sweet Mary's. Cookies. All right. How many people got in the No Bull Show hashtag?
We have 4 of you.
Put it in there. Hashtag No Bull Show for free pizza. Big D's Pizza, Clyde, Ohio. Great food. Here we go. It's everything you can get. Look at that. Look at it. Would you look at that? There are some nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we're picking on the Mexicans now. Oh, boy. Then we'll go through the issues real quick, too, Doug, after.
What issues? What issues do we have?
Huh?
What issues do we have?
Issue 1 and issue 2.
Oh, yeah.
On the state bill.
Because, what is it, next Tuesday? Not this Tuesday,
Yeah,
next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday. They early voting's now, but they fuck the words. You got to watch what you're voting for. We'll go over it quickly one last time.
All right.
Maybe next week, too, but.
All right.
All right, how many you got in now?
5.
All right.
All right. Sweet Mary, we tried actually calling her phone number, and she wouldn't answer.
Yeah, no. She ain't coming on the show.
Oh, Sweet Mary. All we wanted to do was ask one question.
You know, I want to get the name of that teacher for me, Hovey.
Yeah. And I'd like to.
Yeah. Let's get the name of that. I'll make sure that happens.
What happens to Election Day? It starts in like mid-September. Goes all the way through.
Yeah, it starts early. So they can manipulate
ready?
it. Yes.
Here we go.
This is for one gender neutral.
We send that to the fire department. Here's your Tammy.
Tammy.
There you go.
Dude, I got an idea. Dean Henry, you're going to have to call me tomorrow. Find out the name of that teacher at Ehovie, and let's get a pizza made, and on top of the cheese, pepperoni, we put LGB spelled out.
Who do you want to call?
Oh, we find out that teacher.
Uh-huh.
We get a pizza, and on top of the cheese, we put LGB. Let's go, Brandon. So, and then a video clip of the announcer interviewing the driver. Look, they're cheering for you. They're saying, "Let's go, Brandon."
There you go.
Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it.
We can't do that to Dean.
I don't think Dean. Yeah, I know. Everybody, figure out the pizza place you don't like the most, and we'll switch boxes. All right.
Okay.
Issue 1.
Yes.
State of Ohio. Issue 1.
Yes.
They went to Supreme Court of Ohio, fought. In a nutshell, this is what it comes to. When you commit a crime, you go in, you have to post bond. Judge sets bond. He takes public safety into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Doug gets arrested, never been arrested for in his life. Takes in flight risk and public safety. Doug's never had a criminal record. Bond might be $15,000. Another guy comes in, same crime, everything, but he's got 100, charges, violent crime on his record, priors, skip court, everything else. His bond might be $35,000 because his flight risk, everything else. They took it, fought it. Now the bond stays the same, $15,000, because it's a set price. That's it. Public safety is taken out of the judge's hands on considering bond.
Correct.
Now, issue 1. If you go in a nutshell, and you vote no, that stays the same. Judge can't consider any public safety of the offender, person charged, whatever. It's set bond no matter who it is. Public safety is out the window. If you vote yes, you give that right back to the judge to take public safety into consideration, like I'm talking, where a guy has a million priors on his record, violent crimes, known to skip court, and they got to go look for him. He can make his bond higher. So there. Yes vote means that you want public safety and put it back in the judge's hands. No vote means it stays the same no matter what. It's out of the judge's hands. Issue 2. And the wording on this is fucked up. They will trick fuck you every time on the wording.
You want me to read it?
Issue 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
The proposed amendment would require that only a citizen of the United States who is at least 18 years of age and who has been a legal resident and registered voter for at least 30 days can vote at any state or local election held in the state. It prohibits local governments from allowing a person to vote in local elections if they are not legally qualified to vote in state elections.
So, like, what we all thought that's what the law is now, which
We didn't know.
we didn't know, but what that comes down to is this. If you vote yes, that's what you want it to remain right now. What Doug just read, you got to be all them things. If you vote no, and that means a 16-year-old can vote,
Tide Pod eaters.
Tide Pod eaters can vote, the illegal immigrants that come into the state of Ohio that get bussed in can vote, whoever can vote.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he bust people. There, that son of a bitch went again. It doesn't matter. They can vote. I mean, he bust people in from another state, Doug. They can vote.
We're not
Basically.
sure about cats yet.
Well, cats got to be on the list. So, you know.
To be allowed to vote.
So, that little bastard.
What is going on?
I don't want to say that. I got a mouse in my garage, and he's smarter than me. That's what pissed me off. He's smarter than me. So watch, listen, when you go in on these issues, even on like an issue for Erie County or Huron County, Sandusky, Ottawa, whatever county you live in, township, whatever, there's no limit on time. Man, like you punch a time clock and it says, you got 10 minutes to vote and get the hell out of here. Read it. If you're not quite sure, read it 3-4 times. Read it over. Make sure you know what you're voting for. I know, Robbie, what it is. And that's so, be sure you know what the hell you're oh, that's great.
What?
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna forward you something. Make sure that you know what you're voting for. I don't know if you guys remember back in 2004, I think it was 4 or 5, smoking in bars. Smoking in bars.
Yeah.
The way it was worded, if you voted yes, you thought you meant, yeah, you can still smoke in bars. But it was just the opposite. So understand what you're reading. Yeah, no shit. I ain't got no furries. Can I go borrow that one from me, Hovey, Doug? You want to be a cat? Sit in the fucking garage. You want to eat tomorrow morning? Catch some mouse.
Right.
It can be done. Okay, Dean. I'll talk to you tomorrow. But here's the thing. If you don't vote, you really don't have a right to bitch. You want to bitch about gas prices and everything, inflation and that. Well, you didn't vote. This administration got voted in. Maybe your vote, everybody, well, what's one voter don't count? Yeah, it does. It does count. We're big DJ Swearingen people in Erie County. I am. Huge Swearingen. I can't tell you how much we appreciate him at Sandusky Speedway. I mean, he helped us immensely. He has the theory. Every 2 years, he's up for what, Doug? What do you say? How do you say that? A job interview.
Yeah.
And he hopes he did good. So
You were talking about reading and making sure that you read things.
Yeah.
See if you catch what's going on here.
temporary inflation fee.
Yes,
Are you-
it's the very top. Temporary inflation fee, $2. It's getting added to people's bills basically after when they're ready to check out. There is an attorney that's taken on the case, and because you can't do that after somebody's eaten and not tell them that they're going to be charged an inflation fee. But there are several restaurants doing that now.
What, do you blame them?
Well, I don't blame them, but wouldn't you think that you would know that before you go in? If you went to Diana's and ate, and then all of a sudden there's a temporary inflation fee on there, when you
Well,
say,
they do that in the
Why-
summer.
they-
After 5, the menu's a
They-
certain
yeah.
menu. After 10,
Right.
it's a higher menu.
they do that. You're right about that. But I mean, we know that going in because we're going to pay whatever the menu says. But when you got it, you come in with $10, you want to get something to eat, and then you find out that I don't have enough because the temporary inflation fee's on there. Don't worry.
I mean, what would a cop? How would a cop handle that?
Well, it'd be
Stop and think. I
it'd be
mean, you figure your bill out and you figure you're right. I got $10. I can order the bologna sandwich and a fucking milk because that's what it costs.
little thing of milk.
Yeah. With tax and everything, it's $9.85, and then they come and say, "Here's $2 inflation fee."
Well, the surcharge is there. They tell you
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah, that's told to you right up front. Inflation fee. I just add it right into the price and
So-
up the price.
And here's a couple other things, and I agree with this. Who's going to take the brunt of that? The waitress.
Oh yeah.
If you're going to charge me $2 more just to sit here and eat, it's $2 less you're getting.
Yeah, she's gonna take the hit on that. That's what I mean. Don't. If that ever happens to anyone, don't take it out on your waitresses.
Right, but there is an attorney that says that, like they're saying in the chat, it needs to be posted. It needs to be said. You can't just at the end of the meal just here you go, give us a couple more dollars.
Well, I don't. It's just like using a credit card. You see 3% added on. You see signs all over about that, but that going in.
Right.
No, I get what you're saying.
Okay, and what else we got here? This was in Ohio. Schools. So this teacher brings in, let me see if I can get the right word, a self-described anarchist bimbo who posted on Twitter about sex work to a high school classroom. And the principal's defending that, saying, no, what are you doing?
Fucking with you. I'm sorry.
You're looking for that
Little fucking rodent.
little rodent. So the anarchist activist who's a bimbo and does whatever she does, went to the school and did a. She said, "I spoke to Worthington Kilbourne politics and radicalism classes today. A presentation titled Solidarity, the Case for Camp Shameless. Such an awesome experience." The principal said, I was in the room. She didn't, bring up sex and all that kind of stuff, but she did talk about, I don't know, being an anarchist bimbo that does sex work. That's going on in a school near you, Worthington Kilbourne.
Where's Marty when you want him watching?
who allows that to happen? Like who's
School board. School board. Superintendent, school board, principal. Give me your top three. Superintendent, principal. Let's go from the top down. School board, superintendent, principal. Simple.
It is, and we got this going on all over the place as well. That's why I said here, you called me earlier, and I go, it's the same stuff over and over.
Same
and over.
shit, different area. Same shit, different area. 60 miles away from here, where I live, same shit, different area.
My mom's an anarchist bimbo. Yeah, you're right.
Randy's talking about my mouse. You know what though? They would be at your house, Tammy. They would be. They'd be checking it out. And you're right. But we're sitting here doing nothing. We're doing nothing.
That we are.
You know, a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I told Doug, this country ain't gonna put up this shit. We'll have a revolution. He goes, no, we won't. I don't disagree with him. How many of you were on here when I told the story of the coal miners? How the term redneck come from? Those of you that were on and listen, it's time to put the red handkerchiefs back on. Soon. It's coming, Doug. It's coming. Let us not ever forget, never forget, etch it in your mind for life. The speech that took place a while back, 2 months ago?
Which one?
The mega extremist, red blood
yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
We'll never forget that speech. It's the beginning right there.
Yep.
They're coming right out and telling you, whoever that lady was that put it up there, the beginning of communist America. FBI is going to come investigate me because I'm have an opinion, Doug.
Yes. If you talk, if you're bringing up opinions about elections, yes.
Well, let's talk about fact about elections. For 4 years, all we heard was how unsecure the election process was. Russia tainted with it. Trump, when Trump won, remember? There was Russian interference. There was this, there was that. Most unsecure election process and da-da. Joe Biden wins, and a week later, in 2 weeks after Joe Biden wins, most secure we ever had. Most secure. It went in 2 to 4 weeks. It went from the most unsecure to the most secure.
Right.
Everybody forgot. It vanished. This story vanished, and everybody's forgot. Remember the election computers out, what was it, in Arizona, Doug, that they had questions about? And they had to go check, they were going to check it to the mainframe and this, and they had to go back to the mainframe. And all of a sudden, what was it, Christmas Eve, or was it right around Christmas, when downtown Nashville had nobody there at 6 a.m. in the morning on a holiday weekend? Boom! Guy blows himself up and takes out them mainframe computers in Nashville where they could check that.
Right.
And in 24 hours, they had DNA from a grease spot on the asphalt and said, this was so-and-so. 24 hours. Remember that, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
And it left the news just quick as you seen it. It was gone. You ain't ever heard another word about it. We all forgot about that, though.
Yep. Just like Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
It's so long ago, people aren't, your average person, I should say, isn't thinking about that.
pulled out, left everything there. But we have him saying when he was running with Obama, it was like what, 5, 7, 8 years before this when he won this one, saying, quote unquote, you cannot just pull out of Afghanistan. It's not going to take 6 months to pull out. You're not going to take. It's going to take a year to 2 years to pull out of Afghanistan. We cannot just leave Afghanistan that quickly and leave everything there and go back a couple years later, and fight everything we left there. He said that.
Right.
And then turn around and exactly did that.
His vice president. His vice president.
Yeah. He boom. When he was vice president, he said that. Now as president, he turns around and does the same thing. We are shipping so much money and now have boots on the ground just outside the border to a war. And don't get me wrong, I don't agree with putting bombing civilians and stuff, but a war we really don't have a vested interest in, except for hiding everything we've done. One of the most corrupt countries in the world, Ukraine. Proven fact. One of the most corrupt countries there is. Any kind of corruptness you can get into, Ukraine's been in. Zelensky comes off as a hero. He's just corrupt as the rest of them. We're sending billions of dollars. Infrastructure bill passed. Dave Lowry's on watching. Never seen stockpile so high as stone. We passed, what was it, Doug? $1.7 trillion infrastructure bill.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars should be going to roads, bridges, highways. There's no reason that we should have that much stockpile. That money's going over there. But yet, we still have homeless veterans.
Yep.
We still have veterans that can't get treated now because they didn't get the jab. Turned them away. You get the vaccination, okay, you get treated. We have nurses that in the beginning of the pandemic were hailed as heroes because, we couldn't supply them the N95 masks. They had to wear the same mask for weeks at a time, slept in their garages, nurses and doctors and that, but yet turn around and shit on them. So we know you survived all that. We know you caught COVID and you went up and worked. We made you work on the COVID wing because you had it, and then, by the way, we think it might be over. So you either get the jab or you don't have a job. We're a fucked up country.
We are. Here's more news.
Oh,
EMS company said that. So if you're sitting your kids in front of PBS, because that's a good channel, learning.
Public Broadcasting System.
They are now featuring drag queens reading to kids.
Jesus Christ. Put that back up.
What's the world coming to?
Put that back up. What the fuck is that on the left?
That's a drag queen reading Hips. The Hips Be Drag Queen. I don't even know what the book is. Got his head down. There you go. I don't know if we have.
It did. Hey, for a minute, it sounds like I was gonna say it looks like D. Snyder, man. Doesn't it?
Golly.
It's like a young D. Snyder. You imagine that?
There.
Yeah, we've let it get to this.
Now it's TV. Now PBS of all things, the safe space is gone.
Whatever.
I don't know. We need to vote. Not this Tuesday, next Tuesday, or anytime in between.
We've lost control though.
We
How do you
have.
reel this shit back in?
Well, long road.
I mean, how do you reel it back in? You know,
Not the America I grew up in nor want to be in.
whatever.
We're becoming a third world country.
Yeah, China and who else got, about our starving people here?
Right.
Marshalls. Last thing there's two last things I want to touch subjects on, but one, I'm not sure I believe this 30-day supply of diesel.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a scare tactic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's come out, people, that we only have a 30-day, 25-day, 30-day supply of diesel fuel in the United States. Isn't that what they said, Doug?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from, actually? Beetlejuice?
I don't know.
Peter Dossie questioned Beetlejuice, and
Probably.
well, Trump, he had too much oil flowing through the United States, and we had to give all our reserves to China. And that's what we did. All our reserves went to China. What were we giving China a day? A million barrels a day for a while. Now they say we got 25, 30-day diesel fuel. That's it. We're going to be out. I don't believe that. I just don't believe it.
I don't either.
It's a byproduct of gas. It is. It's a byproduct of gas. Next Tuesday, shit will hit the fan either way. You're right, Joe. Buy ammo. That's all I can say, buy ammo. The other thing, last thing, is, we're teaching it. We just went through all the shit we're teaching our kids, Doug. We're fucking our kids up beyond belief. Bilderberg Group. And it's so bad that our government's allowing to fuck the kids' heads up. Parents, don't use your kids as pawns. Don't make decisions at a young age of the kid that you'll regret for the rest of your life. I have nothing to regret, Doug. This ain't about me, but you know what I'm talking, there's a situation, but it's stupid. Stupid. There's too much going on in this world right now to fuck a kid's head up. Too much. And I'm not just talking something in my situation or what I've been through. I'm talking, I watch it going on every day with younger people now, Doug, with younger people, with kids and this, that. Don't fuck the kids. The schools and shit are doing a good enough job. As parents, don't do it.
Right.
You got a lot of the people on that right side are our age and shit, and you got kids having kids and going through divorces, shit. Don't let them play the pawn game. Kids are kids. They should know both their parents. Simple. It's that simple. Because at the end, when that kid grows up, you got a lot of questions, Doug. When questions get answered, it's never good. It's never good when truths come out. It's never good. So, and you know, if you play that pawn game, it'll come back and bite you.
Right.
Trust me. It'll bite you. So, as adults, as older adults, don't let your kids play that game. If you're younger and you got young kids and you're going through that, don't play the game. Might not be 5 years, might not be 10 years, but in 15, 20 some years, you're going to have to answer a lot of questions, and there's going to be a lot of animosity, you know. So I know it's way off politics, but it's something y'all need to think about. We've got a government, schools, and everything else fucking our kids' heads up. We got kids that don't know if they're male, female. You know, they don't even know what sex they are. They think they're a fucking cat. You know, and now we got transgenders, which whatever, reading fucking books to our kids on PBS, as you see. You know, we got earlier in the show people going in and giving lectures to classes that have no business being in our schools, let alone preaching to our kids. Our government fucks our kids up enough. Don't be a part of that. If you don't want to be a parent, there's many options of not being a parent before you even spread your legs or put it in. You know, that's the thing. Once the baby's born, be a parent. Handing them an iPad and a phone, this, that. As you see, there's a lot of shit. We can't watch Yosemite Sam, Doug.
Right.
Because of too much violence. We can't watch Pepe Le Pew anymore because, oh, Lord forbid, you know, he chased the cat around, you know. Snow White and them, you know, they want to take a scene out of Snow White because the prince kissed her while she was asleep. Yeah, unwanted kiss. You know, we got all this shit, but we can teach all this other shit and it's okay. It's fucked up. It's all I can say. I try to clean my language up, but I can't, Doug. It's just fucked up. That's the only thing you can say is it's not right.
Right.
And we just sit here and go,
Yep.
All right, I got nothing else except for Dave Lowry hit me up tomorrow.
All right, and I'll leave you with the commercial that they're running in other countries about feeding starving Americans.
See y'all later. God bless all of you, and God bless America.
See, and I think it's subtitled, so you have to read it.
That's funny as shit.
Sie hat nur wenig Zugang zu nahrhaften Lebensmitteln. Ihre schlechte Ernährung kann zu Diabetes, Herzkrankheiten und einer teuren Abhängigkeit vom Staat führen. 49 Millionen Amerikaner leiden unter Lebensmittelunsicherheit. Sie sind hungrig nach mehr als nach der nächsten Mahlzeit. Sie sind hungrig nach einem Wechsel. Amerika braucht unsere Hilfe. Jetzt.